Hi, my name is Rohani bin Abdullah. My magic number is J25A1743. Today, I would like to talk about the introduction of analytical chemistry. What is analytical chemistry? Analytical chemistry is a branch of chemistry that deals with the separation, identification, and quantification of components in a sample. There is two branches of analytical chemistry, which is number one is qualitative analysis, which is identifies what substances are present in a sample or compound. The next one is quantitative analysis, which is determines how much of each substance is present in a sample or compound. This is the example of qualitative analysis and a quantitative analysis. Application in daily life of analytical chemistry. The shelf lives of many medicines are determined with the help of analytical chemistry. It is used to check for the presence of adulterants in drugs. Soil can be tested to check appropriate concentration of minerals and nutrients that are necessary for plant growth. Last application in daily life is it is employed in the process of chromatography, where the blood samples of a person are classified. Real-life example. Analytical chemistry has important role in everyday life. Some of the numerous applications of analytical chemistry in environment science. Some examples include the water quality monitoring. These techniques such as gas chromatography and mass spectrometry are employed to identify and quantify pollutions like heavy metal, pesticides, and industrial chemicals in water bodies. For instance, the presence of Pb, lead, a toxic heavy metal, can be monitored using atomic absorption spectroscopy, providing critical data for water safety assessment. This is the example of water quality monitoring system. This is the review. That's all from me. Thank you.
Alright, let's move on to my part, which is volumetric analysis. Alright, volumetric analysis, definition and principle. In practical chemistry, based on chemical analysis, the nature and amount of substance ion can be determined. This chemical analysis is of two types, quantitative analysis and qualitative analysis. Quantitative analysis deals with this volumetric and massive analysis of elements of a substance. Quantitative analysis is of two types. Alright, it is a simple and accurate method of analysis. This method can determine amount of substance in terms of volume accurately, hence the name volumetric analysis. In this type of analysis, a solution of a substance whose concentration is to be calculated is taken and a known volume of another substance whose concentration is known. The volume of the solution is measured when the chemical reaction is complete. The endpoint of such reaction is indicated by change in color or precipitation, etc. Thus, in this method of calculation, known volume of two substances are taken and the concentration of one of them is known. Then, the concentration of the other is calculated. This method is called titration. Alright, to solve this question, the first thing that we need to do is write down the balanced chemical reaction. So, HCl plus NaOH will become NaCl and plus H2O. Then, the mole ratio of HCl and NaOH is 1 equal 1. Then, the second step is calculate the moles of NaOH used. N equals to M times V. So, in this question, we need to replace it with 0.100 mole per liter, then times with 0.03000 liter. Then we're going to get 0.00300 mole. Alright, the third step is determine the moles of HCl. So, as I said earlier, that it is 1 equals 1. So, HCl equal to NaOH. So, we get 0.003.000 mole. Then the last step is to calculate the molarity of HCl. So, we need to use M equals to N divided by V. So replace by number, M equals to 0.00300 mole divide by 0.02500. So we get the final answer 0.120 mole. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Nur Shafika Hani binti Zulkarnain, and my matrix number is J25A1736. And today, I'm going to talk about tetrametric analysis. Tetrametric analysis is a quantitative analytical technique used to determine the concentration or amount of a substance by reacting it with a solution of known concentration. The titrant is added gradually until the reaction reaches its equivalent point, which is when the reactant have reacted completely according to the balanced chemical equation. This point is often detected using an indicator or an instrumental method. Meanwhile, volumetric analysis is a broader term that refers to any analytical method in which the measurement of volume is used to determine the quantity of substance, which means that tetrametric analysis is a subset of volumetric analysis. Tetrametric analysis is a specific type of analytical method, while volumetric analysis refers to a general category of analysis that involve measurement of volume. Tetrametric analysis specifically involves a titration process in which a standard solution is used to react with the analyte. Meanwhile, volumetric analysis may involve volume measurement with or without titration. Tetrametric analysis makes use of a standard solution of known concentration and focuses on identifying the equivalent point of reaction. In contrast, volumetric analysis emphasizes the relationship between measured volume to determine the quantity of a substance rather than the equivalent point itself. In a redox titration, 0.0200 mole of potassium permanganate is used to titrate ferrum ions. Determine the number of mole of ferrum required based on a reaction ratio of potassium permanganate to ferrum, which is 1 to 5. It is given that 0.0200 moles of potassium permanganate are used in the titration. The reaction ratio between the two of it is 1 to 5. Which means that 1 mole of potassium permanganate react with 5 moles of ferrum ions. So to find the number of moles of ferrums, we need to multiply 0.0200 moles by 5. As a result, we will get the number of mole of ferrum required, which is 0.100 mole. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Sazwana Atira binti Borhan and my matric number is J25A1749. Want to discuss about gravimetry analysis. Gravimetry analysis is a method of chemical analysis used to determine the quantity of a substance based on mass. Usually involves converting the substance to be analyzed into a solid compound. The precipitate is filtered, dried, and weighed. From the mass, the quantity of the original substance is calculated. For next part, role in analytical chemistry provide very accurate and precise results used as a reference method, standard method, important for determining the purity, composition, and ion content in a sample. Okay, for next part, a sample contains correct ion. After precipitate with AgNO3, 0.143 g of AgCl is obtained. Calculate the mass of chloride in the sample. For given mass of AgCl is 0.143 g, the molar mass of AgCl will be 143.5 mol negative 1, and the number of mole AgCl will get 0.001 mol. Lastly, the final answer can get 0.1036 g gram. That's all for my group. Thank you.